Bullying is a very serious thing. It's something that shouldn't be taken so little out of proportion. It's the most common cause of death. Bullying is serious. No one actually takes it. It's like, oh, it will stop. Bullying's never gonna stop. The numbers continue to rise every month. It's estimated that 160,000 children miss school just because they're afraid of getting attacked. There's approximately 2.1 million bullies and 2.7 million victims. 1 in 7 students in grades kindergarten to senior is either a bully or a victim of bullying. I'm a victim of bullying, and I've kind of been the bully. She's been the bully, and she's been a victim. 56% of students have personally witnessed some type of bullying at school but never did anything about it. 15% of school absences is directly related to fears of being bullied at school. 71% of students report incidents of bullying as a problem at their school. But at our school, we have these little suggestion boxes that no one will put anything in. They're too scared of getting in trouble by that bully. Because have you ever had someone say, oh, I'm going to beat you up at 3 o'clock and you better be ready? Have you ever had someone say, you better watch your back, and you're afraid to go to school each day and you pretend to be sick? Have you ever just done something to fight bullying but you could never do it because you're scared your voice will never be heard? That's how we were. We thought our voices would never be heard. And then one day I decided to type up all this stuff about bullying, and I got up in my career class and was like, hey, we had a sub, so I was like, hey, can I do this speech about bullying? And so I was like scared, but I did it, and people came up to me and was like, you need to show this to the principal. You need to show this to all the teachers there and make them realize. Because I learned when you tell a teacher something, they don't really do anything. They'll be like, oh, I'll take care of it. They never do. I learned to not go to a counselor to talk about your stuff.
Yeah, see, we kind of wanted to show the world what we could do to stop bullying.
But no one would ever listen.
I mean, no one can really stop it, but we've made a difference, and we want to do that to the world. See, we went to the counselor just to kind of talk to her and see what she'd do. And we talked to her, about other problems that we had, and
we were both being bullied at the time, and no one.
She wouldn't.
She'd be like, go off to class, girls, and we'll be like, you know, you need to do your job because someone's bullying us, telling us that we're gonna be beat up. I have a bruise right now that's this long because she stabbed me with a pencil.
She kind of hates me, and but she kind of hates me. She doesn't exactly want me with Cam.
She thinks since I was her friend first that I need to only have one friend, one favorite thing, and nothing else. I can't even have in 3rd grade, I couldn't even have a life without her breathing down my neck, saying, are you sure you want to be their friend? Why are you doing this, Cam? I don't think you're doing the right decision. I'm like,
well, bullying can take many forms, like physical, as hitting, kicking, pinching, punching, all those things.
Even spitting. People just see it as a little joke, but when you actually do it, it's like, okay. They think they're worthless. Remember when, I'm going to bring up the past. Remember when, if you said Hitler's name, you would spit on the ground? Or you would spit on the German girls who had to learn to be a Nazi? Something like that.
I mean, bullying's everywhere. It's nothing that's right here where we live. It's where you live. It's where everyone lives. No one can really stop it.
You think you can outrun it, but you really can't.
So another one for bullying is verbal, as name-calling, insulting, making racist or sexist or homophobic jokes. So, say someone's colored. Say someone bullies them just because of who they are.
My friend, he's colored, and I love him to death. I've been his friend for a very long time, and I learned he's funny, he's smart, And yeah, he has asked me to cheat on a few tests for him, like today, but I wouldn't do it, even if he said he was gonna beat me up.
See, if we're thinking of the same person here, yeah, he's funny. He might be a different color.
You learn that he will never hurt anyone. If you're like being a jerk to him, he'll be like, you need to stop. But people have made so many remarks to him, it kind of brought him down one day, and it was just like, oh, like you need to back off. And it was like,
Indirect, sorry.
sorry.
Spreading nasty stories about someone, or
Getting excluded from a group.
or being made the subject of malicious rumors, like, okay, gossip. Who likes gossip? Okay, you might spread gossip, but if you're the person who's being, like, who's
The
being
victim?
gossiped about, you wouldn't feel so good after it happened to you.
You know what the rumor is spreading about us? Since we're so close, we're like sisters. And like, we're like freaking sisters. And everybody's like, did you know Cam and Jess are lesbians? And it's like, we played Thumb War in choir. And they were like, here.
Yeah.
We were like, what
oh,
now?
oh.
And they were like, holy crap. They're like, we're like,
Get away.
we're like, hey, I think you have a little stupid right here. Oh,
That was
what now?
smart. That was smart. We were like, we're really close, and a lot of people might not know how close they are because they're not us.
Yeah, if you listen to our stories and what people have said about us, you'll be like, wow, they're jerks. And then you'll be like, I've been, this girl, the one who stabbed me with a pencil, she spread so many rumors about me when I wasn't there for volleyball or basketball. And she was like, oh, Cam's a slut because she took this guy from me. And I'm like, yeah, cause I'm single and I just took that guy.
Yeah, okay, another one, I don't want to be mean, but it's about her and what she said to me.
Oh, I was like, me?
No. I love you. Okay, like, it was in another grade, and we were in AE, and I was in the front, and my cousin was in the back, and, no.
Oh.
It was in another grade, but, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we were in AE, and the girl that we're talking about came in, and she saw me, and she's just like, oh, it was a great day until now. And I just did not know what to say.
I remember when I was doing cheerleading, and she tried to be, she's not good. I'm not trying to be rude, but she's so cocky of herself that it's just like, yeah, that's what you think. She called me fat before, that I've tried to push myself to not eat before, and I was like, you know, Cameron, you're being really stupid. You're being like, yeah, that's my full name. You're being really stupid. God loves you for who you are, and God created you because of it. So.
Like, suicide remains among the leading causes of death of children under 14. Can you think of an 8-year-old who got bullied? What if you were an 8-year-old and you lost your life just because of one little punch? Or, like, if someone punches someone, your response to that is to probably punch back. So you would start leading into a fight. And then you got bullied more because other people saw that and said, oh, he's so stupid, why would he fight like that? Why would he fight against him? Or, oh, he's so gay, oh, everything like that. And what if he lost his life? His or her, sorry. What if they lost their life when they were that young? What if you only had 8 years to live, but you didn't know it until then?
Suicide rates among children between the ages of 10 and 14, but they're very low, but they are creeping up right now. My friend, she tried to commit suicide. She choked herself, took pills, threw up blood, was anorexic, did anything she could. She cut her wrists. She did everything she could just to escape. She was like, I don't believe in God. I'm like, oh my goodness, it was just I talked her out of it, and people were just like, you know, you should live for Landon, you should live for him, you should live for God. God put you on this earth for a purpose. And she was like, no, God isn't real, because if he was real, he would have helped me by now. And I was just, but she got out of it finally. She's doing really good now.
Hmm? Like, okay, the suicide rate among young male adults in Massachusetts rose 28% in 2007. However, that does not reflect deaths among teenagers and students Carl's age, which Carl could be anyone, because I have no idea who Carl is.
It's in the paper.
I don't know. It was in a weird paper.
Yeah.
So.
In 2007, a study of 86% of LGBT students said that they had experienced harassment at school during the previous year. Okay, here's a story. There was an 8-year-old girl who got bullied so much that she was sexually raped. Well, she was raped. That sounded really weird. She was raped in the bathroom, and when she told the teacher, the teacher told the principal. But when she tried to move schools, they wouldn't let her in because they said it was her fault for getting raped. And I was like, that was sad. That was not a happy ending.
Yeah. Sorry. This was, I don't know, a few years ago or like a year ago. Tell me. No, I'm sharing the story. We had a teacher, and see, we did our speech.
Speeches.
I'm sorry, our speech. In AE, which is academic enrichment at our school, and we did that in her AE because we had different ones. Like
mine was math AE.
Yeah, mine was fun. Anyway, because we had okay. So she told us a story after we were done, and it was about her son.
She just kept interrupting, and my grandma was like, I talked to my grandma, but I'm not allowed to see her anymore. And Jess knows why, and she was like, you know what you should have said? I'm like, what? She was like, I can't remember exactly, but she was like, since you know the speech so well, you should do it, and just go sit down or walk away.
She told us a story
about her son. Yeah, but she was trying to take over, and I was like,
I know, we're like, no. And so we're trying to be really quick.
Yeah, sorry.
So her son got bullied, and people were taking his lunch. And like he's a skinny person. I don't know what's going on with him. But
he's just skinny. He's like naturally
really
skinny.
And people were taking his lunch, so that made him even more skinny.
And he already had a heart problem.
And he didn't have anything to lunch almost every day. And I don't remember if he did eat dinner or not, but I mean that's something that you wouldn't want to happen to a good friend.
I know there's sometimes that me and Jessica have gotten in a fight, or where we don't stand up for each other because we don't know what to do. But sometimes we try our best to stand up for each other, but sometimes it doesn't work. And we're going to wrap the video up. There's a lot of things you can do about bullying, but everyone doesn't think their voices are heard. Just go to some bullying, like go to Google, and type in bullying facts or how to stop bullying.
And just look at all of that. Like,
look at the stories.
We hope that we helped you, and
we hope that
we changed you.
Yeah. Maybe not in all the video. Maybe not all we said has got to you right now, but just wait. So bye.
Bye. We might see you again, just so you know. Bye.